Rabbit trails.
Bam, and we're live. We're going.
We're live.
We're live right now. You're watching live right now.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're watching.
And we're live.
Live in your time.
Live in your time.
Live in your time. This is going.
Yeah, dude.
So.
Time travel.
Anyway.
What a great topic.
Dude, and we're done. But so we were struggling to figure out stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we had like a running list that we just kept coming up with stuff like, oh, this would be great to talk about, and I would write it all down. So we had like the past like 6 episodes we've had laid out for like before they even.
Which I feel like is a good idea.
Oh, it's great.
A good thing to do. It makes me like every time I watch like other people's podcasts or something, I'm like, dang, how do they do this? Like always have something to talk about. But then again, they also have had a lot more life and have done a lot more stuff, so it makes it easier.
Yeah.
But we actually were talking. You sent me a tweet. That was it a tweet? The Ace Chemical thing.
Yeah.
That was great. And so then it got me thinking about like arch nemesis.
Right.
And I want to know about your arch nemesis. Like when you were a kid. What
is the singular of arch nemesis? That's it, right? Nemesis.
Yeah, it would just be arch nemesis.
So arch nemesis is that arch nemesis? So sorry, not the singular, the plural is what I'm trying to think of. What would that be?
I feel like you just switch it to enemies.
No, it'd be the same word. You just put it in different.
Okay. When we need the plural.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check.
The arch nemesis.
But we're gonna say
that can't be it.
What is? But like as a kid, did you have an arch nemesis?
And
I want you to call him out. I want you to say his full name.
I don't think I really had many arch nemesises. See, I need to learn. See, this is why I need to learn this word.
Nemesis is the only way to make the noun nemesis plural. Confusion arises because some mistakenly believe that all nouns ending in s should form a plural that adds es to the end of the word.
Yeah.
When a noun ends with is, you need to replace the is with an es to form the plural. That's some college stuff.
Nemesis.
Yeah,
that's pretty stupid.
Yeah, that's basically it.
All right, whatever. I didn't really have many. When you sent me that, I thought of my older sisters.
I thought of my brother.
And he not my older sister as my arch nemesis, not at all. But she had this kid who happened to be in my same grade. So I kind of didn't like him because he gave my older sister trouble.
Which is super weird because your sister was older.
Really funny story. Well, she's only 3 years older, so we went through grade school and she was just 3 years above me. But, so this kid, he's not going to watch this. We don't ever talk, so I'm just going to say his name. You just call him Tom. Okay, this kid, no, his name's Colin. This kid.
Yeah, no one knows.
Okay, well, he's a child at this point.
I wasn't attacking you. I was just saying.
He's a kid. So my sister's a little older. She's 3 years older than him. He's in my grade. I didn't know this happened. It was at daycare. He went to daycare at the school that me and my sister went to elementary school at. Mm-hmm. And so this was before I wasn't there for daycare. So he was there. This was before I ever really met him. And it was years after this happened that I put together that it was him who did it. So my sister said she's told the story all the time because she was like, he's a little snot-nosed brat. That's pretty much what she would say about him. So she's
that's vulgar.
Just playing, and I'd say it's more crude.
I was just kidding.
Oh, that's okay. Vulgar is just not the. Yeah, I'll just kill. So anyway, I can't remember exactly how it came to be, but he was talking trash to Victoria, and somehow it happened that he was trying to get her in trouble, And she was like, I didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid, like, chucks wood chips at the back of my sister's head. And then he lays on his back on the ground and screams and goes, oh my gosh, she just pushed me on the ground. And she got in trouble.
That's hilarious.
And I just imagine this little
sneaky.
stupid smirk, you know, as she's getting walked away in handcuffs by the police. And it's just like, didn't think you could get in trouble? Well, think again.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah, I was like, that's absurd.
That's
so.
That's skill.
I kind of didn't really like him.
Of course.
The rest of the time, just because I was like,
what if he was like, you guys are just communicating one day. He goes, hey, Gage, watch this. Just lays down in front of your feet. And it's like,
it's literally modern day society in one story. Victim! Oh my gosh! He hurt me! I literally wasn't even talking to you.
That's basically the boy who cried wolf, and he ended up getting eaten by wolves.
Not this kid.
Not this kid.
She got eaten by the wolf.
Dude, what would you do if, like, a couple days from now, you find out he did get eaten by wolves?
Dude.
Not metaphorically.
Full circle.
Not metaphorically.
Really?
Really.
Literally.
Dude, my nemesis, I couldn't think of really any either. I mean, there was this kid, Austin, when I was going to, when I was in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember he'd always, like, we'd be friends one day, and then the next, he would just, like, push me around. And I was one of those clueless kids who was like, no, he's not bullying me.
No, he's not bullying me.
Because granted, the first time I ever went to school, I remember this kid named Randy. He was like, hey, he was an older kid because the school I was going to, they would mix like the kids with the older people, like when I first started going there. And this kid Randy was like, hey, you want to be cool? You got to dunk your head in the toilet and flush it.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah?
You didn't do it.
No, I didn't do it because my brother was like, don't do that.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Kudos to him, dude.
Yeah. It was weird, too, because I wasn't used to him having my back, because when we were younger, of course, he would just be an older brother.
I think it's when other kids, it's literally like just your classic cliche in those movies where it's like, hey, you can't make fun of him, only I can.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that ownership thing.
Which I agree with.
I understand that.
I agree with that. Yeah, my brother would always take advantage of I was claustrophobic as a kid, and he would hold me down until I'd start, like, screaming, and he'd just laugh. And then that was a villain.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I remember. I remember one time, he held me down because my dad was like, I was like, Dad, Jeffrey's always mean to me, and he's like, okay, why don't you do something about it? Like, why don't you stand up for yourself? And I was like, okay. And so one day, Dad was at work, Mom was at work, everyone's at work except me and Jeffrey. So Jeffrey has to babysit me, and he held me down, and I was like, get off of me. And he was like,
ooh,
what are you gonna do about it? And I started peeing. And he never got on me again.
Incredible.
Yeah, dude. It's like a skunk with its skunk sack. I just started peeing. And,
dude.
Because I told him, I was like, I'm going to pee. And he was like, no, you're not.
He did not believe you.
And he was like, no, you're not. And then he felt that beautiful warmth.
Oh.
Dude, honestly, I hate that, like, peeing on yourself. I hate that peeing on yourself is not acceptable.
Don't go where you think you're going. Do not say that.
I'm just saying, like, that warmth, though.
Okay, that's uncomfortable, dude. It just smells bad.
Just running down your leg.
No.
It's, like, you're... No?
No.
I enjoyed it as a kid. That's probably why I didn't have a lot of friends till I was, like, 11.
You didn't get potty trained until you were, like, 6. Mom, I like it. I don't want to learn. You couldn't understand that it's, like, a social thing. You're like, Mom, I don't care. Mom, I don't care that I pee. I don't even want to wear a diaper.
I was, like, peeing on myself as she's talking to me. She's like, no, stop!
You just wear, like, swimsuits every day. It's like your normal attire.
It soaks everything up pretty good. It's good.
Yeah, it's like waterproof,
no,
right?
Dude. I didn't actually do that. I just... When I would pee on myself, I'm like, I hate that this is so uncomfortable.
I
hated... Mm-hmm.
I understood what you were trying to say.
Okay, I hope everyone else does too.
I understood
Probably
what you were trying
not.
to say. That was me. That was my brain.
No, I understand.
That was my brain trying to decide if I was gonna say something about it or just move on.
Yeah.
So I did both.
This one kid I went to school with at Oklahoma, he would always smell like pee. And I asked my dad, I was like, dude, I went to my dad, young kid, I'm like, dude, what's up What's up with his odor? What's up with the scent
What's up with this
that
urine
he
guy?
brings in? And he was like, he pees on the bed and then flips it over and then pees on that side and he just kind of doesn't wash it.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, word? He's a cool guy though. We were friends. We'd high five. I would just wash my hands afterwards, but he's cool.
I hated, like, when you're classic, you're peeing in a dream, and you wake
Oh
up,
my goodness,
and you've
dude.
just wet the bed.
Does
Hate that, because you never, ever wake up
Dude,
before.
yeah.
It's always mid-pee.
As an adult,
Dude, so freaking annoying.
I wake up right after, and I don't pee the bed. But as a kid, I remember peeing
Dude.
enormous amounts, and I would just lay there, and I'm like,
Dude, I freaking hate it.
I would try to. I'd just be like,
I can't sleep in that.
I tried. I
couldn't,
I'd be
dude.
like, this is still a dream. I'm just gonna keep sleeping, and it'll be fine. And then the older I got, and the more it was happening. So like by the time I was like
18.
like 18, 19, I was like, this is to stop somehow. And no, I think I was 5. And I remember just being like, I am so sick of this. And that's why I pee like.
You get up.
I get up. Like anytime I feel like I even have to in the slightest, I just go.
See, I can pee before bed, and then I can sleep throughout the entire night, like, without having to pee, and
Yeah.
I'll wake up and I'll have to pee. But
Right.
I don't have to wake up in the middle of the night. But I can't go to bed having to pee.
Right.
So, like, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I have to pee, I can't go back to sleep.
Yeah. Dude, when I used to live with my brother, he would just, like, go to bed. Like, we'd be watching TV, like, a whole movie, and he would just go to bed.
No pre-bed pee?
No pre-bed pee. Ever. And I'm like,
Pre-bed
what?
pee?
And I'm like, it would keep me up at night. I'm like, when's he gonna go?
You're just up against the door. You're just waiting.
And then I'm
It's
like,
like waiting for Santa Claus. Speaking of
okay.
Santa Claus,
Okay.
okay.
I never believed in him.
Did you see the Kurt Russell one? You probably didn't.
I
The
didn't.
Netflix
I heard
special.
it was really good, but I never saw
Oh
it.
my goodness!
It's
the
on-
best
it's on my
Santa
list.
movie I've ever seen.
Word?
For real.
Triumphing over Tim Allen?
I mean, Tim Allen did great, but this plot,
Okay.
bro, it was just next level Santa Claus action.
It's on my list.
And Kurt Russell was phenomenal.
I love me some Kurt Russell.
I wouldn't, like,
Tombstone
it's not-
is my favorite.
it's not that I wouldn't expect him to do so well. It's just like, that's such a strange role. That's like a more different role than I've ever seen him in.
Can't be worse than
But-
Sky High.
Man, he did. Worse?
I need to see that, though.
Worse?
I'm
than
not
Sky
saying,
High?
like, bad. I'm just saying, like, that style
Dude.
character for him.
That was funny.
No, it was super funny, but I'm saying, like, pre-Kurt Russell was,
That's what
like,
he always does. Though.
Tombstone.
Action.
Yeah, action, but Sky High wasn't just, like, it was more,
It had
it was a
action.
kid's movie, though.
Yeah, but I had action.
I really want to watch that, actually.
It's a good one.
It's been a
we
long
watched
time.
it. I watched it in my DTS.
Word? I hadn't seen
I
it
watched
in
a bunch of
so
classics, dude.
long, but I loved it. But I'm just saying, that's kind of an out-of-the-norm character for him.
Right.
Because I only knew him for Tombstone.
I knew him from Big Trouble in Little China. That movie is awesome.
I've heard good things.
It's a great movie. My dad showed it to me.
But anyway, what were you saying about... Were you just asking me if I had seen it, or...
Yeah, well,
I mean, I'll watch it,
they're
like,
coming out with
Christmas
a
time.
sequel.
Oh, word?
Yeah, that's what I read that today, and I was like, dude, I'm hyped.
I'll watch it
'Cause
for
I watched
Christmas.
I watched it I don't know if I knew it was Kurt Russell in there or not, but like I watched it with my little sister Amelia, last Christmas,
Mhm.
and like was just trying to find something to do, and ended up like loving it.
Yeah.
One of those moments where I like just turned it on, and then she had to go to bed, but I had to beg my parents to let her stay up with me and watch the rest of it because
You
we were
begged?
both super invested in it.
Right.
I was like, please, this is amazing.
Dude, how do you...
And we watched it again with the whole family.
How do you... Like, my dad did this to me, too, when I'd be watching something, and he's like, go to bed. And I'm like, don't you see I'm in the middle of something? And he'd be like, I don't care.
Well, if you answer like that, of course it's gonna make you.
I wouldn't answer it like that, but in my adult mind, I'm thinking, like, let him finish the movie. You know?
Well, yeah, like sometimes, my dad would be like, "Hey, after this is over," or
That's
before I
nice.
started it,
That's
he
nice.
would say, "You need to go to bed. You can't start that. You need to go to bed."
Yeah.
So that's like considered.
Oh, that's nice.
considerate
That's
of
really nice.
watching, and being entertained by something. He
Yeah.
don't want to turn it off right in the middle of it. But if I was in the middle of it, he would let me get
Well,
to the
that's
end.
good.
Yeah.
I used to be scared of the dark a lot. The dark was also kind of
wasn't,
my arch
dude?
nemesis.
Who was not scared of the dark?
I was scared of the dark. I thought there was something. I thought there was a boxing yeti behind my door. You ever play the second Spyro? And there was that
Yes.
boxing yeti.
Yeah.
I was terrified, and I thought he was living behind my door. I remember one time it was so pitch black in my room. I was trying to get to my mom, and I felt like I was trapped. I was just against the wall. I didn't know I was against the wall, and so I was like, and I was like following it all the way until I found the door, but the door was shut and I couldn't see it, and I was like, oh my gosh, and then I just went to bed.
How do you go to bed in a panic like that?
I don't remember. I think I actually started screaming, and then that's when I had a Tweety Bird nightlight. That's
Dude.
when my dad gave me that.
Yes,
It was
bro.
super dope. It was blue. Dude, I loved nightlights.
Dude, they go hard.
Dude, they really do.
They're cool. They've got really cool ones. Have you seen the ones that like project onto the ceiling?
Yes.
So cool. I got
Yeah.
one for my sister.
That's super
like years
cool.
ago.
And like, I mean, now I like sleeping in absolute pitch black. I don't
Right.
want to see anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't hate on nightlights.
I really don't.
The dark was kind of like an arch
That's
nemesis.
the thing is
of
you have to
mine.
get to the point where like it's not that you don't have a nightlight because you're scared of the dark. You just have a nightlight because it's like that's cool,
Yeah,
which nobody really does.
that's
but-
right. Yeah. There was I used to watch movies before bed.
Yeah.
I'd keep the movie on all night. And my two
It's like all my friends did that. I would go to sleepovers and they would turn on a show before they'd be like, "Good night, man," and they'd just turn on a TV show. And I'm like, I get that because I have to have my fan running all night.
yeah.
Like if it's just utter silence, it takes me forever to fall asleep. I think it's because my mind I just start thinking about stuff, and it just goes on and on and on, and I can't ever fall asleep.
Right. Dude, since we moved here, I've gotten used to not having any sound in my room.
I can't do that.
Just because my fan, oh my gosh. First, it was the first light that was like ting, ting, ting. And I can't do that. Taped it. Then, a couple weeks later, that second one, the shorter one that never did it. Ting,
Yeah.
ting, ting. Taped that one. And now I think my fan's just not screwed in all the way. So sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it'll. And I'm like, I can't do that. I can do noise, but not just little tinks.
See, that stuff I could do. Something that's like regularly like
Emitting
not,
sound.
Yeah, not out of the norm, but like it does it, like it's on like a rotation. Like it just does it at the same time every time. That
Yeah.
I can deal with because that's what happened in YWAM.
Mm-hmm.
We had a fan that would ding like that. It was the same exact deal, and that's what I used for my sound emitting
Right.
sleeping thing. Was always just that fan because we had a roommate, Sean, who had a fan, like a little fan, and that was like great. But then he moved out of our dorm halfway through lecture phase, and so then I was left without a fan, and so then I just had to use the top one. And
Dude, I constantly think when I was in Europe and I was at this, crap, what is it? It's kind of like a YMCA type thing. Or,
oh, YMCA.
yeah. I don't know, they would serve, no, so, it's not Salvation Army. I don't know, I can't remember what it was called, but I was like, you guys have that? Because they would like, they'd serve food to them, and, or like these homeless people or whatever, and they'd always come in super drunk. But these two dudes from Greenland, I remember this one guy was absolutely hammered. And he mustered up the English to ask me where I was from, and then I said Texas, and he goes, "No one cares!" like right in my face, and starts laughing. I was like, "You asked me."
That is so funny.
So the whole night he's playing the piano, making everyone laugh because he's just acting a fool, and we're all like, "This guy's cool." And then like we were closing down, everyone was gone but him, and then he starts like doing karate moves. He's just like practicing his karate, and we're not really paying attention to him, so he starts doing kicks near one of our girls' faces, and she gets really scared, and this one, because she's smaller than me, like height-wise and muscle density, and so one of the workers like steps in front of her, and he gets mad because now there's a male stepping in. He feels
Right.
threatened, and so he's like, "Why you get in my face, man?" That was what he said, but like in a Greenland kind of sound. And so the dude was Brazilian, so he didn't speak what he was speaking or English.
Right.
And so then the dude, the drunk guy, came with a friend, and the friend was like, "Leave him alone." And then he was like, "Frick you, man." And then like they got like in each other's face. One dude was big, and the other one was like my height, like 5'5", if you spike your hair. But he was like, so then they start like rubbing on each other. Like I can tell they're trying to like grab onto each other, but they're just kind of. So I start laughing because I'm like, are they gonna kiss? And and then like it's like me, one other guy, and all the helpers are like pretty old, and so. Then they start like fighting, like they rub on each other all the way out to the hallway, and then they start throwing haymakers, and you're like, oh snap, and they're both drunk, and so they're just like fighting, and all the people, all the helpers and stuff are kind of like circled around them like a mosh pit, and they're like, hey guys, stop, hey, get off of them, come on now, and like they're trying to get in there, but like, you know, they're not. So they'd get broken up like a couple times, and then the short guy would just turn around and be like, and just go like punch him again or something. And then I remember one of the cleaning ladies or whatever. She was the one who was like giving like the shorter guy alcohol.
Nice.
And then she was like, get this out of my establishment, and like she'd be like, drink him, whatever, get him out of here. And then I'm like, don't do that. Throw him away. And then I remember, like, as they're fighting outside, she looks at me and she's like, you look strong. Why don't you go handle it? And I'm like, all right. And so I go out there and I, like, when I intervened, the dude, like, was on top of him and had his legs, like, hooked underneath him and was about to start wailing on his face, the short guy. And I tried to pull him off, but he was so stout. I couldn't get him off. Finally, got him off, and then he got in my face and started screaming. And then he like was about to hit me, and then one of the other dudes was like, "Hey, come over here, let's talk." And I was like super angry because I was like, "I'm trying to help. Why are you trying to fight me?" But he was intoxicated. And then the other dude from the taller guy, he kept screaming like he doesn't have any friends, and I was like, "Hey man, I'm your friend. Like, let's go outside, let's cool off." And then he like did that classic bully move where he would like grab my shirt and like tuck it like that, and then he cocked back and tried to hit me, and I'm like, dude, what the heck? I'm trying to help you. And then I just left it alone. Eventually, they just left. But yeah, that was my most exciting time in Europe.
Yeah, I know you've told me that before.
Good stuff.
That's like the third time I've heard that story.
I can't remember who all the people I told it to, but it was a good time.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You did a lot in Europe.
No, I've never been, so.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did a ton there. I've never
For
been.
some reason, I keep thinking like Thailand and Cambodia is just European.
No. Asian. Yeah, like easy mistake, but not really.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just hadn't been there, so.
It's okay.
I wasn't too good at history or geography or anything like that.
Geography.
Geography in general, I just didn't get, so that's on me.
Yeah, man.
What did you do, though? I want to hear.
It's on you.
Okay.
I didn't get in any fights.
That would have been great. I would love to see you in an altercation that involves violence.
Yeah, I remember the first fight I ever saw. I've told you the story about when I got in a fight one time.
When you were like a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time I ever got in a fight ever.
You can say it again, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if I want to.
Alright.
I'll tell it. Because now one person listening is going to be like, I wonder.
Yeah.
Gage got in a fight? I don't think so.
Not that guy's bone density.
I was in a youth group when I was in like grade school. And I went with my close family friends. And I got in a fight with this kid who was like, the bully, and he would like bully me and my friends. So that's why my friends didn't really stop me from starting anything. I don't know why. I mean, it was because he was talking trash.
Yeah.
That's what, made me engage. But it's like, I don't know why I chose to fight him, because like, I'm really not a fighter. I don't know. I was a little kid, but like he was like. I remember one of them was standing. One of my friends was like standing on the other side of the room where the game cubes were. That's like all I remember, setting wise, because he was like right there.
Mm-hmm.
He was like watching the whole thing go down. But like I threw him over a table. Like I tossed him over a table.
Nice.
Which I'm impressed with myself. But like he like stumbled back over this table and like stood up, and then he punched me right in the eye.
Nice.
And so then
Yeah.
I, a privileged white male, run away.
Nice.
And I cry.
Yeah.
And then I blame him for everything.
Yeah.
It was awesome, dude. I just like lived my privilege for that
You
moment.
should have punched him in his eye.
No.
Should have double fist punched him in both eyes.
I don't know why I didn't expect him to fight back.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna flip him
I don't
over,
know.
and he's gonna leave me alone.
That's why like I ran away. I guess that is like really what it was. Is like I was trying to like intimidate him or something. Cause I didn't throw any punches. I just like
You just threw him
grabbed
over a
him
table.
and it wasn't even like bad. Like he flew over the table and landed on the floor. It was just like anyone fell down. Like,
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, I'm not strong, so
You could have RKO'd him.
no.
That would have been pretty cool.
That
And
would've
then
been
as you're
cool,
doing it,
but
you
I
go,
didn't
watch
do
out, watch out, watch out. And he's like, what? And you grab him.
Randy Orton sneaking in there. I saw a video of Randy Orton's wife RKO'd him into a pool.
I saw that too. That was
funny.
I was like, that's a good marriage.
That's classic.
That's
man.
a good marriage right there.
That's fun. He did not see it coming either. Like, wouldn't you be ready for that?
Dude.
Any second?
Is that
I guess he's never been RKO'd because he's
is
the
that
RKO'er.
disrespectful in a way?
I feel like that's like. I feel like
He pulled a Dark Knight.
she filmed it.
He pulled
so
the Dark.
That'd be kind of like, whoa, you serious? You can't post that.
That happened. You know what that'll do to my career?
You
All
can't-
this stuff we have, it's
You
gone.
can't post that.
Pulled the
I
Dark
look like
Knight
a
Rises.
loser.
He goes, so that's what it feels like.
So that's what it feels like.
That's basically it. Yeah. I feel like that's real therapeutic to RKO someone. Like I would just love to do that to somebody.
I wouldn't know. I've never done it.
I haven't either.
Looks like it'd be fun.
It looks tons of fun.
I would be worried about like breaking their like hurting their nose on my shoulder. I have a bony shoulder.
You have a bony everything.
Yeah,
Like you're
everyone does. But
you're just like bony, dude.
yeah, everyone is.
Yeah, but like when you look, like you don't look at everyone and you're like, man, look at all those bones. But like when I see you, I'm like, did someone get this guy a sandwich or
I
something?
feel like that's like, you know, what's the correct term for that?
Get that guy a sandwich?
Marginalizing me,
Oh,
like pointing me out, making me look like I'm different. You know?
yeah.
Man, I can't believe you're doing that.
Oh,
We've
I'm
been friends
doing
for a long
it.
time, man.
I'm doing it. Hey everyone, look how bony
Look at
Gage
this kid.
is.
Look at this guy.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Look at all those.
Let's not be friends with him. No, please.
Be friends with
I
me.
know I'm different, but like, don't look at my differences. Let's all just be the same.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely not. No. Why would you want to be the same as everybody else?
Don't have a clue, dude.
Because that's just boring.
No one wants to really be treated the same.
Dude, I don't want to have all like the characteristics you do.
No way.
Because then what do we have to talk about? Oh, you're really good at puzzles. Dude, me too. Alright? It just stops there.
I do not do puzzles in my spare time.
No, that was just an example.
That's pretty funny, though.
Yeah. It's just like you won't have anything to talk about. It's like
I like to read the newspaper.
Like, it's cool to have, like, similarities with people.
Yeah.
But if you have everything in common, that's not cool.
It's cool to have similarities, but it's like differences is what makes it like interesting.
Yeah, I would just get super prideful.
Because who cares if you like the same band? Not a one. Not a soul.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you guys can be like, oh my gosh, I love that band too. Don't you love this one song?
And be like, yeah. But most of the time, it's like, I like that song better.
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, cool. Because it's like,
'Cause
you're
there's
going to stop listening
differences
to him?
in the similarity.
No. Yeah.
Then that's what makes it interesting.
Mm.
They're like, what'd you think of this? And they're like, I didn't like that much, but they're like, that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Then it's like, now we got some conversation.
But then you feel kind of disrespected when they're like,
Because
I don't really like
I like
them.
this more than you like it.
Yeah.
So I instantaneously know more than you do about it.
Yeah. And then they're like, no, you don't.
I'm like, you don't understand.
Yeah. It's like when people say they know more about Batman than I do. And then I'm like, no, you don't. Sit down.
Be seated.
Dude, I kind of wish
That would catch him so off guard. Please be seated.
I kind of wish people would still talk like old times.
Dude, I love doing that. Just throwing a super old word into
Approach.
a sentence.
Like, you knock on your boss's door. Approach.
Enter.
Be seated.
I always say, whenever I'm telling somebody to hurry up, I always say make haste.
Yeah.
Make haste.
Make haste.
I said that to my sister. She was like, can I go do this? And I said, yeah, make haste. And some kid laughed. Some person I was talking to was like, I was like, what's so funny? Did I say something that was humorous, maybe?
And they're like, yeah, you said make haste. It's like hurry up.
Is it funny that you don't know what that word means, and I do?
Make haste. It's like, can you make a, like you make a sandwich, maybe? You know?
Please stop. Please don't do that anymore. That's like a new voice.
Yeah, it's my. I kind of think of Pete from the Goofy movie when I do it. That's kind of what I think about.
Pete?
Pete. He was the.
I know who he is. I
Yeah.
just didn't think he sounded like
He
that.
didn't sound like that. He sounded like this, but like not like that.
Pete didn't sound like that. He's got a deep voice.
No, that was his dad. He had a deep voice. Pete was Max's friend.
Okay, then what was Pete's name?
Pete.
Well, yeah, but what was Big Pete's name? Because that's his name.
It was just Pete. They were both Pete.
They were Pete.
Yeah, I think the other one was Pete Jr. though, because he'd call him Junior.
So they repeated the same name.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
My favorite in the whole movie though was Bobby.
Bobby?
Shadow Wednesday! Woo!
I remember that movie very well.
Oh no?
My sister watched it more
Great
than I
movie.
did. It wasn't my forte
Dude,
as a kid.
I forgot so many different cartoons until Craig pulled up that top 10 basically everything.
Dude, so true.
And like I forgot completely that Disney had like that Disney Toons channel.
Dude, yeah,
and you
man.
had like Timon and Pumbaa, and you had Lilo and Stitch, and you had the Buzz Lightyear show, and then you had just all these shows that I was like, dude, I used to watch that, you know?
Yeah, dude, and like kids don't have that kind of stuff.
Dude,
anymore.
they don't. Like,
It's really a shame.
you know, a lot of kids don't know VHSs anymore.
That's weird.
I was watching Hot Ones, and two people from Stranger Things were on it, and the host Sean was like, "What is this?" And it was a picture of a VHS, and one of the kids knew it, but the other one was like, I don't know what that is. And
So,
that's
yeah,
crazy to me.
Because they are in like a show that's set in the 80s, I think, so they should know what it is just from doing the show.
Dude, yeah.
But we're growing up, like, not we, we're
I mean, I'd
ish.
Yeah, we're not old. We're still
not
pretty
growing
young.
up anymore.
But it's like, dude, you remember when Nickelodeon VHSs were orange?
Yeah.
Those.
Yeah.
Smackers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those were really good.
But, like, kids later on aren't even going to know what DVDs are.
Mhm.
Like, I thought that would never die out.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
it's all
high-tech
going to be
right there.
streaming.
Yeah, that's high tech.
Everything's going to be streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't even like streaming. Unless it's a show, I don't want to stream movies that much.
Now commercials have been replaced with ads.
If it's a
and
movie
those
I
suck.
like, then I want to buy that movie. Like, I've got my favorite movies right over there on the shelf.
Because you
I
know
get
one
them in
day,
Blu-ray.
because there's so many good things that you can't stream.
You can't stream any
Like-
of like the special features
and if
or
you-
scene selection or
Yeah.
any crap like that.
And if you don't
just
buy
starts the
it,
movie.
you can't see it.
Yeah.
There's because it's more beneficial to get something that's like, you know, you can buy it. And I mean, you can buy it like on streaming stuff, but like,
A lot of times they put like the special features on YouTube now.
yeah.
Like I saw a bunch of stuff released for Endgame when they released the streaming
Yeah.
one, which
But older stuff, you can't do that.
the Avengers Endgame comes on Blu-ray tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, releases on Blu-ray.
You're getting that, huh?
Probably in a little while. I want to get Infinity War and that, obviously,
Right,
because
yeah.
they're a pair, and I don't have Infinity War yet.
Yeah.
But it was speaking of entertainment, let's talk about, the Treasure Planet live action,
Dude, I'm so
Journey
hyped
to
for that.
Atlantis
Yeah.
live action.
Mhm.
There was one more, wasn't there?
Yes. Hercules.
Hercules. That's the one that's trending.
Dude.
See, everyone just looks at that one when there's two classic,
Two
amazing movies.
smackaroons.
Not that Hercules is not
Dude,
amazing.
I'm gonna watch it.
Love that.
Love it.
Don't know who they're gonna pick. Who are they gonna pick? He's got to be a statured man, but they're gonna change it because there's so much quote unquote sexist stuff in the original cartoon.
I think
It's not really what they say it is.
I think that Beyonce should be Hercules.
No. I don't want Beyonce. I thought you were gonna say it was gonna be one of the singing African American women.
No, I would have said
No freaking way. Take her out of Disney completely, please. Thank you. Get rid of her. She's not meant to be there. Why'd you put her there in the first place?
I thought she did good.
No, she didn't.
I liked her.
She was the worst part of the freaking movie.
I liked her.
We're talking Lion King. We're talking. She was a bad voice actor. She had cheesy lines that were supposed to be powerful, and they weren't. You know why? Because Beyonce was voicing the character. Lions, are you with me? I've talked to multiple people who are like, yeah, that was the stupidest line I've ever heard.
I liked her.
They're not even guys. Girls are saying that. I'm like, okay, well, you've totally lost your crowd.
Yeah.
Your demographic,
Are
done.
Are these people you're talking to? Are they bees though? Are they part of the queen bee?
They like Queen Bee.
They like queen bee.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, who
liked.
doesn't?
I thought
I
it
don't
was
mind Queen Bee.
My only
I liked her music.
My only complaint with the movie, I wanted more Donald Glover.
Who doesn't want more Donald Glover?
You're right. I can't get enough of him. You know.
I saw his concert. His show he put on the other night is like trending big time, like as one of the best shows of all time.
He did a song on Beyonce's new album with Jay-Z. Dude, he was only in it for like 3 seconds. I was so upset because the whole time I'm like, yeah, Jay-Z, whatever. Beyonce, not my fourth. I think she sings amazing. She has some pipes on her. It's just not my taste. And then, you got Donald Glover's part, which was like maybe 10, 15 seconds. And I'm like, I just want Donald, man. But you didn't get it. But I thought she did okay. I thought it was all right.
No.
But I'm very hyped for Treasure Planet.
Dude,
because
Treasure Planet.
That movie does not get the hype that it absolutely
It's because
deserves.
it's before everyone's time nowadays.
So
It was before my time, but I luckily was raised watching it.
I had a toy that whenever it came out, McDonald's was doing it. I had a toy.
Dude, it's got heart.
Bless me.
It is a beautiful movie.
Bless me.
Hey, man. Bless you.
Thank you, dude. I needed that. But yeah, dude, I'm super hyped for Treasure Planet. Who do you think's gonna...
Not a clue.
I hope Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I mean, I know that
He's too
you gotta
old.
have a young buck
Yeah.
come in and do it.
You gotta have a young.
What if he played the pirate?
He's not. What?
I mean, he's not fat.
Are you
but
kidding
I mean,
me?
he could get fat.
You're joking.
He could get fat.
He's not big enough. That dude was huge.
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, given he's a cartoon, but you cannot do that. You can't have. Plus, he's like, if you're gonna have, you either have to have Joseph Gordon-Levitt as the main guy, a cameo, or not in it at all. You can't put him as a different character. That would just be wrong.
I mean, if you did a cameo,
I could see a cameo.
he could just be one of the pirates.
Well, a cameo, he'd just be there for like 1 second. Like Stan Lee, that's a cameo.
Like he could be.
Just pops in.
He could be somebody just like eating in the diner.
Or he could just.
That'd be cool.
Or he could have a line or something. I don't know.
Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet.
Dude, I loved
The
that
Loot of a Thousand
movie.
Worlds.
Gosh, I loved that
Flint's
movie.
Trove.
Yeah, I'm super hyped for that. I need to see Atlantis again because, like...
That movie is so good.
People
tell me I look like the main guy.
Yeah.
That's so flattering because he's a stud.
I remember when you used to work at Starbucks
No doubt.
and you would get that all the time.
That one's like the most obscure one. Like, I get Waldo a lot. Waldo, I think, is the most accurate.
Yeah.
He's got brown hair.
Harry Potter most of the time.
Harry Potter, yeah. See, but I think Waldo's the most accurate for me as of now.
Wasn't Waldo redheaded?
No. I mean, he might have been at one point, but he's more of a brunette. Maybe he has like auburn hair, but my face looks mostly like him compared to all the other characters that I look like.
You can pull off orange hair.
No. No way.
I can see that.
No, dude.
Yeah, if you shaved your head, I feel like you'd look like you ever saw the Batman animated series cartoon? I feel like you'd look like Mr. Freeze.
I feel like I would look like one of those cartoon characters, like Lex Luthor and all the Justice League ones where his head is like super pointy.
Yeah, you'd have a cone head for sure.
I would, dude.
For
I've
sure.
got a long head.
Yeah,
I've got
you do. You have a long head.
Yeah, it's weird. But like you can't tell really.
Like you can see it from the side. You have to like you gotta kind of really pay attention because your hair's thick.
Yeah.
So it's like how much of that is hair?
Thick with a double C.
Yeah.
Thick. I've got that thick hair.
Bitch. Some things are like CC make that right? No?
I don't know of any.
I think so. But I mean I slept.
I've heard it with the S noise.
I slept most of English, so
I know you did.
yeah. Dude, you know what was so funny was during English class when I would copy off you, make the same grades as you, and you tried. Like you actually put effort in. And
I didn't really.
Really?
I was a
Because
coaster.
I passed.
I was a coaster.
I wouldn't have passed if it wasn't for you.
I coasted through, which is funny because I read on my Enneagram that I would coast through high school.
Yeah.
And like its description was spot on.
I loved whenever the teacher threw a marker at you because you outsmarted him in a conversation. Or you didn't outsmart him. It was just like, yeah, he had said something. I can't remember what it was, but he said something and you combated that with like a sarcastic remark or whatever, which wasn't disrespectful. It was just funny.
I think it was.
And then he just threw a marker.
He
at
walked
you.
in, and we started like acting like we were talking about him, but we really weren't.
Was it the same day he wrote me up for being ugly?
Yeah, he wrote
that
Josh
was
up for being ugly.
fantastic. I think I still have that write-up slip somewhere.
That was the best moment of my high school career, honestly. Graduation, nothing compared to that.
He was
honestly.
like, "Go take that to the principal."
Let's talk about. Okay, whenever I talk about graduation, I have to bring up the fact how stupid it is that we graduate. They give us a little book. Our diploma's not even in it.
Yeah, you had to go pick it up.
So stupid. I didn't pick mine up until the end of summer.
It took you so long.
It's because every time I went up there, they were closed.
The new school year almost started before you got
It was a week before. Because we're already there doing like band stuff. And I walked in, I was like, can I get my diploma? I graduated last year.
That was so... And like all the staff was new.
Yeah.
That was so funny, dude.
They were freaking closed every time I came in there. It was so annoying.
There was too many things to do. Like, I couldn't figure out which hand goes over which to shake and grab.
Oh my gosh. I blacked out as soon as I hit stage.
And then,
I can't remember it.
For my picture that I didn't buy, like, because you shake the hand, you grab the diploma, and then you go stand in the corner and take a picture. After you turn over your tassel, I didn't turn it over.
I turned mine.
I forgot.
See?
I was just like, oh my gosh.
I studied.
I don't have to go back to school anymore?
I was in like the 4th row back.
Yeah,
and
everyone.
I studied every person who went up there to make sure I was about to nail this graduation walk.
Yeah.
And as soon as I hit the stage, I blacked out. Like, I don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
And I walked up there, and it was just like tunnel vision of like, grab it, shake the hand. I didn't make eye contact with anybody.
You were just focused on the
And like, people would go up and like walk up and like, kind of hug the people on the back, like with Mr. Hildreth and stuff. I didn't say a word to any of them.
I remember yelling at you.
I yelled at you.
I know.
I was the only one.
Because everyone in our school...
I stood up. That's what I did. A couple people yelled, but like I ran up. I stood up and I screamed like super loud.
It's because like everyone in our school, I think, hated each other except for us.
Yeah, like everyone was like super fake to each other. We were just like,
I remember.
Yeah, bro.
I can't remember who I was sitting next to.
I stood up when I screamed.
I can't remember who I was sitting next to, but they were playing Angry Birds.
Amen.
Like while everyone was going up, they were like school was over, school was done, and they were still slacking off. They were like, yeah, frick this. I was almost late to class. I'm like, this isn't class. You're getting your diploma, dude.
I remember a couple people showed up late, and they said if we showed up late and we weren't there for the rehearsal, we couldn't walk. And
and they still walked.
Yeah.
I remember.
Totally.
Because I remember.
No wait.
I remember the principal was like, "Does anyone know where this person is?"
we were like,
we're like,
no.
"Mm-mm." They're like, "Does anyone have their number? Call them." And then they called, and then he was like, "I don't know, just tell them I'm at work or something."
And then they showed up at the end.
Yeah, they showed up at the end, like when everyone was leaving. But it was
like, they said that if you weren't there for the rehearsal, then you didn't get to walk. And of course they walked because...
They also said don't wear jeans, and a lot of people wore jeans.
Oh, yeah.
Which, it was so hot that day, dude. We stood on the field for like an hour sweating because we were all in like really nice clothes, and it was like 110 degrees. Oh my goodness, it was so hot.
I didn't throw my hat in time. I was so rushed to throw my hat that I threw it forward. Like, I chucked it into the crowd. I didn't throw it in the air because, like, I didn't know when they were going to do it. Like, there was no countdown or anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, we all walked and we were all like, I was just talking to people. I was like, dude, we did it. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Super, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And then they just like threw up their hats and like they were already in the air and I was like, oh crap. So I like whipped my eyes super fast and I remember just like curving it into the crowd.
You just decked
And I
like
ran
a
in there
couple
trying
people.
to find it. I was like,
I don't think I
crap.
got the same hat. I think I got someone else's hat.
I think you told me that.
I think everyone got
I
someone
marked
else's
mine,
hat.
so I knew which one was mine.
Yeah, so many people.
I think someone picked mine up and then found mine because I wrote my name in it and they came and found me and were like, here you go.
And you're like, well, thanks.
Oh, thank you so much, dude. Mine's like super not decorated because I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, someone brought me mine. I was like, here you go. And I was like, this has bugs in it.
Open
like,
my open my thing. I was like, oh, look, not my diploma. Wow, what a great time. So worthless, dude. If you're going to put me through 18 years of school, you better have the least you could do is have my diploma ready when it's supposed to be ready.
Why is it that that's all you get for 18 years of, like, a life that you don't want?
Useless. The school system,
you get
so jacked up.
You get a piece of paper, and you get a ring that you can buy.
I did not buy that ring. I was like, no freaking way I'm going to buy that.
I bought one because I remember being a kid, and my dad had one, and I was like,
everyone's
this is cool.
So psyched for those rings, and I was like, no.
Dude, I remember a buddy
no, I'm not
that we had,
that.
like, decked this thing out, and it was like $400, and I'm like, dude, mine was $60.
Preposterous.
And he didn't even get it. He just had them, they decorated it and everything, they made it, and he was like, I'm not going to get it. And I was like, they just went through all this work, and now you're losing your big gemstone, your panky ring.
I got a Letterman jacket freshman year, and that's all I did.
The Letterman was
I was
hype.
like, whatever.
The goal was to have your Letterman before you were a
was
senior.
Sick.
If you had a Letterman before you were a senior, you accomplished something, and that was a big deal.
Yeah.
You had one from a different school, though.
That's what made me super cool.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, wow. And mine was like a different look, too. Not only was it different
It
colors.
was dope colors.
Way cooler colors, but it didn't have the collar.
Yeah.
So there's no itch. You guys had itch. I didn't have any itch.
I never itched.
That was itchy material. Your guys' material was like...
Yeah, it was pretty... I'm not going to lie. Like, I could see how. I just never had that. I still haven't gotten all the patches on mine. I want to get all the patches on mine, so... Because, you know, you want your kid to wear your Letterman.
No, I don't.
I want my kid to wear my Letterman so everyone can be like...
I don't know why I still have mine.
Little Timmy's dad was strong.
Little Timmy's dad?
Yeah.
I'll probably keep mine, but, like... The biggest deal was like, okay, I want my girlfriend to wear this.
Yeah, and now you're out of high school, so that has no meaning.
Yeah, so now it's like, why are you wearing that?
Yeah. I never really I hate that none of that matters.
I only had one. I don't hate that.
I do, because it's like...
I knew it was going to be pointless after high school.
It's like I earned it, you know, it was a big milestone for the time, and now it's... You can't be 30 and wearing your Letterman.
I got a Letterman. What? I got a Letterman in high school.
Unless you're like a hometown hero, and that's all you have.
Like Baby Brant.
Yeah,
from
you...
Uh-oh! Like, that dude's just like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop that.
It was nice,
so funny.
though. It was really nice.
I think it's just because you're in there for so long.
Yeah.
And, like, high school's, like, the biggest deal of your, like, schooling.
Mm.
And so it's like they make that, like, a big whoop. Like, you can do all this cool stuff and get these cool awards.
Dude, how mad were you when we didn't get our skip days? After they said, hey...
I spent money to take that dumb test.
If you take the ASVAB, the SAT, or the ACT... You get your skip days.
ACT was the worst day of my freaking life. Dude.
What? Isn't that like a freaking whole day?
Yeah, it was like 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, and then you're like, well, at least I'm getting my skip days because
that's exactly
you don't have to be there. And then they were like, guess what?
Guess what?
Laws just changed.
And he like
no one's getting skip
promised.
Days. He pinky promised.
At the beginning of the school year, he was like, I promise.
This man took his pinky and wrapped it around mine. Looked me dead in the eye.
Each student's
Every
pinky.
student, and he said,
pinkied it.
Hey, it's champ, come here.
Hey, take that test.
You're getting your skip days.
Take that test. You're gonna get your skip days.
I don't want to see your face here after you take that test.
Take that test.
Because you're skipping.
And you're skipping.
Guess what you're doing on this day? Skipping.
You're skipping there, buddy.
You're skipping rocks.
You're skipping rocks across the lake there.
Yeah.
All right.
And then he was like, just kidding! No, you're not! You're coming in! But they tried doing it by like...
They tried telling us that we were stupid, pretty much. They were like, we didn't say that. Like, own up.
Because they were just like...
Own up.
Oh, yeah.
Don't promise things you can't guarantee.
They changed the law, so it's like how many hours you have to be here.
Yeah, that's
like,
so dumb.
Oh, within the whole freaking 12 years that I've been going to this school, and then So they made it up. They tried making it up by doing field trips. And if a field trip's actually a field trip, what is it? Water park, museum, something cool.
Zoo.
That
was field trip.
That
when you were
would
a kid,
be
dude.
so cool. That is field trip material.
I went to zoos when I was in elementary.
And all we did was go to like a hometown factory to see how diapers are made.
We went to a hometown factory. We went to the stupid community college.
And
The
then we
college
went.
is not stupid, but it was
A stupid trip.
You could go there any day you want
Any
and do
day.
the same thing.
Because pretty much
It was a waste of time.
it was a waste of time.
We didn't do anything. We went to one other room except for the one we stayed in the whole time.
I think we went into like an AP Bio classroom,
Yeah.
and he was just like, "In this class, we learn AP Bio."
They split us up, and he was like, "Let me tell you about some of this stuff. Science this, science that."
and
Teacher,
then everyone's
what if
like,
I don't care about
"Oh,
science?"
Shut up.
Yeah, it's
And
just
then
like,
We went to.
if anything, it made me want to not go there.
And then we went to the most jankiest rundown arcade / skate ring.
And there ensued the one time I wanted to be rebellious in high school, and Josh
And I
did
didn't.
not.
I did not.
The one
I didn't want to get left, man.
opposite universe.
Because
We were playing this freaking arcade game.
that we went back to.
We went back to, and we still didn't beat it.
We got to the last level though.
And we almost got kicked out.
Besides stupid.
So
Yeah, because they were
stupid.
like, "You're 18 and you
You're
want to
too
play an
old.
arcade," and we were
Because
like,
the girls at the entrance, I was like, "Do we need to buy like a bracelet or anything to just play the arcade games?" And they're like, "No, just to play the arcade games. No, you're fine." And so we went in there and we were playing. We were like halfway into our gaming sesh, and this older lady walks up and was like, "You guys don't have bracelets?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, the ladies up there told us we didn't have to if we weren't skating. We're not skating. We're just playing this one game and then we're gonna leave."
She couldn't comprehend that we just wanted to play a game as 18-year-olds.
Yeah, she was like, "You guys are 18?" We're like, "Yep." She was like, "You need to get bracelets." And I was like, "I need to pay for a bracelet." I
We
already
were
got
down to pay
tokens.
for the bracelets.
We had tokens and everything.
And she was like, "No, you're fine. Just play it." We got to the last level and Poseidon killed us, and we
Yeah.
already used all our tokens. But yeah, Gage wanted to stay. The class was leaving. Everyone was gone. It was only he and I in there, and Gage was like,
Dude,
We'll
we were
just stay.
so close.
"We were close."
So close.
But I
And we
was
were
like-
on a roll and we were hyped.
I was like, "Dude, we gotta go. They're gonna leave us."
Okay, they call roll, they would not have left without us. That's my thing. By the time they all get on the bus and they call roll, we would have maybe gotten halfway into the last level and they would come in and get us. And that would give us an extra boost of time. And then we
Yeah.
would go, "What are you gonna do?
I
I'm about to graduate. This is my skip day."
Because I feel like they'd have been like they're on another bus, probably.
No, they called roll.
I think, yeah, I know they called roll, but like I remember being on the bus and they would call roll and they'd be like, "So and so went on the other bus," because that's where their friends
And
were.
then
or
they
something
radio
like
the other
that.
bus. That's what they do.
Yeah, I just feel like I
It's
mean,
just
I feel like
excuses.
you and I were too forgettable to kind of really care. Because
That's
I
not
would
true.
leave the school to go get lunch, and we were not a leave campus school. And I'd come back with food, and the principal would be like, would catch me like walking in. He'd be like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "Hey, man," and I would just walk along, and they would not suspect at all. My favorite thing to do was like when I was late for school, which was all the time, and I'd pass by the nurse's office, go and get a pamphlet, because no teacher had like a set like all hall passes were just random things.
Yeah, random things.
And so I would just go to
Oh
get
yeah,
a
tons of
pamphlet
people did that.
and just be like, this
This is a hall pass.
this like pamphlet on adoption or whatever is my hall pass.
My teacher's really passionate about adoption. What teacher's that?
I don't know.
Miss Orphan.
Miss,
She doesn't work here. She's a sub. Interesting. Yeah,
yeah.
she's a bad teacher.
You don't know her.
Yeah.
I think she left already,
You
so
didn't
don't
see
go
her,
looking
so,
for her.
Yeah, she probably won't. I forget what classroom she's in. Here's my thing though, okay? They would have come back in to get us, but even if they didn't, it's not our fault. Because they're liable for us. Yeah, it's our fault for staying, and we knew that we were going to stay, but they're liable. So we could have been like, "You guys just left us there. What the heck?"
Well, no, because Mr.
Could've said
Hood
it.
came to us, and because we were in the thing, and he said, "We gotta go," and then he went
He
around
didn't
to
say
everybody. He did.
No, he didn't.
He absolutely did.
Absolutely did not.
He absolutely did, because if he
I would
didn't,
have remembered that.
I did. Because
I
the only
think of these
reason
things.
why I was like, "We gotta go," is because he said that. Because if he didn't, then I'd have been like, "No.
No, you wouldn't.
Hey, don't make excuses for wanting to be rebellious.
I'm not excusing.
How about you follow
You're
the rules?"
excusing because you're not the
You know-
rebellious one for once in your life.
So,
For
yeah,
once in your life, you're not the one.
you're rebellious.
You're the rule
then.
follower.
You're being rebellious.
Yeah, I know, but he did not come up to the thing.
He did.
No, he didn't.
He absolutely did.
I would remember that.
I remembered. You did not.
You have a bad memory.
You have a bad memory if you don't remember.
I have a great memory.
I remember. And
What'd you
didn't.
say 5 seconds ago? What'd you say December 31st, 2014?
Huh? How's your memory now?
Oh, good memory, huh? Tell me what you said.
What's my favorite color? I don't know. You didn't say that.
Stop, please. I don't care anymore. You didn't go up. No. You wanted to know.
No, I want to know. I want to know.
Tell me. Voice
It's
drops like 7 octaves.
Tell me. Someone's like, they just lost their memory, and they're like, this guy's a specialist in getting people to remember, and like they bring him in. He's like, hi, how are you? Like he's a real quiet type. Like, oh, he's so gentle. I'm like, he'll get him to do it. And he's like, yeah, let me just talk to the kid. And he's like, what's your name?
Tell me right now.
And the kid's like, Jimmy.
His name's Jimmy.
And he's like, got it. His name's Jimmy.
His name's Jimmy. Dude,
And they're like,
so good.
His name is not Jimmy. He's like, that'll be $12,000.
Thank you.
I got his memory back. He scares new life into him.
You scared the memory loss right away. Oh my gosh. That reminds me of a skit that one time I came up with. That it's the whole thing is like 2 guys moving together and they don't know each other, and
Oh, yeah.
and the guy doesn't know that the other one has short-term memory loss.
It's like, I think Gage and I hadn't seen each other in like 2 or 3 days because I was working.
Yeah.
And I woke up and opened my door because we sleep with our door shut because we're not freaks. And
It's safer.
It is
If there's a
safer.
fire, it lessens the chance of fire getting into your room, so it's
Yeah.
actually safe.
Yeah. But I opened the door and like you had just opened your door and you were like,
No, I was in here. I was in the kitchen.
oh, okay.
I was like, probably pouring a bowl of cereal or something.
Yeah.
And I walked around the corner because I had a
community
cereal
cereal?
box. I had a cereal box in my hand.
Mm.
And I said, what are you doing in my house? Who are you? And you were like, what?
And then you're like, that's my new skit. I'm going to
I was
pitch
like-
to Fox.
I was like, imagine if like, and then I went in to like explain it. It'd be funny, dude. Like, who are you?
I want to see that combined with your sketch of someone who just randomly lost their 2 front toes, their 2 big toes,
Ha!
and it just falls right on their face. He doesn't lose them completely. It's just random times. They'll grow back or something.
Yeah, they
but
just
he'll
disappear. They vanish like
vanish.
a cloud, like
And
cartoon clouds.
that would make it great, like, ha! And then falls, and then they sub in, like the group laugh,
Yeah.
like you get from like.
Yeah, he like goes up on like he gets up off the ground on like his elbows and goes wah, 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 and he goes like next like
that.
sarcastic and the crowd laughs. Just like randomly in the show is just his regular life and there's nothing funny about it.
Yeah.
But it's just when that happens and he does the same thing every single time.
Every
like
single
it's the
day.
same. It's the same video. Like they don't even refilm
Yeah.
it. It's just the same thing over and over. He's like, ha!
That's an 8-season show. That's what
That would
that is.
be fantastic.
Oh man, well, this is fun. This is
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
Well, we are on all streaming services you can listen to. We are also on Twitter, so if you want to, boom, click that, like that, follow it, whatever.
Follow it. Tweet at us if you want.
Yeah, talk to us. We're very social.
see it,
We're
yeah.
social butterflies.
One thing is that our uploads usually come up on Monday nights and Tuesday mornings. Monday nights for the audio and then Tuesday mornings for YouTube. But Josh is going to be working Monday nights now.
Yeah.
So we have to change the upload time because I can't stay up till 10 o'clock every Monday because I have to wake up earlier on Tuesdays.
I said that. I said I have a podcast, and they said, "Do not care." And then I
You
was
said,
like, "All right."
oh, looks like I don't care about this job.
I tried to be like alpha, but I baited pretty hard.
Man.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to be changing it, we think, to Fridays. So we'll upload this Friday.
Yeah.
Is the plan.
So you get 2 in 1 week.
Yeah.
So
And then it'll just stay like that.
good for you.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
All right. See you guys.
We'll see you guys next time. It's like, that's what people don't get. Like, you have to, when there's a funny person you know is funny, just be around them. Don't force them to be funny. Because they wouldn't be funny unless they were funny on their own. If people had to ask them to be funny, nobody asks people to be funny if they don't think they're funny already.
I like saying, like...
So just be around them.
Did you hear about that stupid idiot who asked me to be funny? And they're like, no, what? I'm like, it's right in freaking front of me.
They really asked what? They're that stupid. Who? You just asked me that 5 seconds ago.
I'm gonna leave.
You seriously didn't pick up on that. No, man, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that, man.
Wait. Oh, I get it. You're calling me an idiot.
But
it's like, just enjoy their company. Like, if you think they're funny, just go hang out with them, and you'll laugh your butt off. You don't need to tell them to be funny.
Most people though who ask that question, I
sense.
don't think funny people want to hang around them.
Well, people who ask that question aren't funny,
That's true too.
and they want to laugh.
Oh my gosh! Do you remember when we were in Denny's that one time? And
Yes! How could I forget, dude?
she started saying
Stole
my
your joke.
I don't even remember.
What was the joke?
I don't remember, but I know she was.
It was like a longer one. It was a longer joke.